Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Today's the day, everyone. Today is Jason revealed. So happy right now. So happy. This is my second time actually filming this because I kind of messed up a little bit. So let's get right to it because we all need to take a breath and I need to get this up right now. So at the hospital, Anna has an appointment with Kevin, but he's referring her to a new doctor, Andre Maddox, and Kevin feels like he won't be objective because he knows Anna, so she would benefit from going to a new doctor. So she opens up and talks about feeling haunted, bless you, Alana, and he says that she's seeing Carlos because she's feeling guilt, and she says she feels guilt because she could have saved Duke. I don't know, she spins this yarn, oh, we're back to that, about how had she made one different decision, like, Duke would still be alive. I don't know. The doctor didn't buy it either. So Anna wants to continue with the medication. Andre calls her out on concealing the truth because he's like, you're a WSB agent. You're trained to lie. You've kind of skirted around everything. And she gets really upset, especially when he says he won't continue her medication. And she storms out. At the DA's office, Ava brings Paul a painting from his favorite painter. Paul says that he can't be involved with the custody hearing because the governor's office is involved, and it would like put Paul and Ava like right there together. So she makes the mistake of saying, "You owe me," and he's like, "No, I don't, because you could be in Pentonville right now if it weren't for me." And he agrees to give her legal strategy. And Paul and Ava have a strategy that they're both really happy about, so whoop-de-doo. At Sunny's hospital room, Sunny gets a temporary release to go to court, and Sunny and Rick talk about Carly's absence. Sunny's come a long way when it comes to Jake because he has no problem with her standing up for Jake at his wedding. He just, wants her there for the custody hearing. Sunny calls Carly. He gets her voicemail. Sunny is calling everyone, gathering the troops. Morgan is going to testify, and Rick is like, he knows I'm going to be the one questioning him, and he, what's his face? Sunny's like, yeah, I know, but he'll be fine. Rick and Sunny talk about Deke and how Sunny's childhood affects how he loves his children, and that's why he's so protective and he would like die for them. And then Michael comes in. You don't know this yet, but Sunny calls Michael to get him his suit and tells him about the custody hearing and basically pulls Michael out of the wedding. So this is Michael arriving, but we'll get to all that in like 2 seconds. So Sunny changes into the suit and they try Carly one more time. How did I mispronounce my own name? They try Carly one more time and her phone is still on the ground, but again, you don't know that yet. We'll get to that in a second. At the wedding, the boys are getting really antsy. Michael and Nicholas have a tense exchange. Hayden kind of teases Elizabeth that she knows something, and Sam and Patrick talk about their wedding. Not gonna happen. So Sabrina and Patrick have their first run-in, and he's first learning that she's pregnant, and he's really happy for her. They talk about Gabriel. It's very nice. So Sabrina and Patrick... Oh, I just said that. So Nicholas comes in to collect Hayden. Hayden was, of course, in the bridal room with Elizabeth. And okay, so Elizabeth and Nicholas talk about Emily and how Emily would wish them well and she'd be totally okay with what they're doing. Now, with everything I've heard about Emily, I'm seriously doubtful of that. So people who actually knew Emily on the show, because I never knew her on the show, what do you think? Are Nick and Elizabeth right? Would Emily be like, yeah, conceal the truth? Or would she be like, what are y'all doing? So let me know in the comments. We could use your insights. So Hayden runs into Patrick and she hints that she's getting her, she says she's getting her memory back and she hints that she may know who Jake is. We're going to be done with that by the end of this video, I promise. So Sunny calls Michael to tell him the hearings today, and he and Carly need to be there, and he pulls Michael out of the wedding. Okay, so now we're good on that front. So people are getting restless, and the boys get Liz because the music started, and they were told when the music starts, that means the wedding starts, but it's not the right song, so they go to get Elizabeth, but the wedding isn't started yet. So now Elizabeth is like just in the lobby, and she now knows Jake isn't there. Carly's missing, so Sam texts Jake. Elizabeth is just getting really worried and like really shaken up. So Epiphany, Felix, and Sabrina take the boys for ice cream. And then Sam gets a text, and we will get to that in a second. And now for the roadside. I know this is what you're all waiting for, so let's get right to it. No more delays. So at the roadside, Carly knows he's Jason. She's treating him like Jason. She says she's got proof that he's Jason. And Jason calls the paramedics. We are done with this Jake stuff. Jason calls the paramedics. And she shows him the reconstruction program. And he's starting to believe it, but he's very apprehensive. I mean, like 99% apprehensive. So then she's like, I have a piece of paper in my car. I have a piece of paper that'll prove it to you. So he's like, I'll get the piece of paper. It's the DNA test. And he sees that he is 100% match for Jason Morgan. But it's too much information for him to process. And he's not, it's not, you know. So Jason... Open letter to Jason. We have all waited way too long for this, for you not to believe the results, and I have had to deal with enough people hiding your identity, so you will be Jason Morgan, and you will like it. And I tweeted that. And it's hard for him to wrap his head around the fact that he's been walking around in his own life, and he didn't recognize anything or anyone. And then Carly makes a good case that all of them around him knew without actually knowing, because she's like, Elizabeth latched on you. Nice choice of words. You know, Sam gave you the benefit of the doubt, gave you a second chance, even though she had no reason to. I've trusted you from day one, even though I had no reason to. So she makes a really, really good case for it. And he rejects her proof because he doesn't remember anything. He doesn't feel anything. So me, Carly, right here, and TV Carly cannot believe we're having this fight. Because she's like, I did not foresee this. So she apparently, I don't know if they meant to do this. Maybe it's just me extrapolating too much. But she says how she met him at a roadside bar. And now and then this is my part. She's re-meeting him at the side of a road. At a roadside. Just saying. So she says that she thinks he's scared. And I think she's right. Because, I mean... Could you imagine? I couldn't. So, I mean, seriously, what did he think was going to happen when he found out who he was? Did he think he was just going to be some guy working a 9 to 5 in, like, two town, or, you know, who worked, like, across the country? Like, come on. He went looking for his old life. Now he has it. He needs to just run with it, you know? So, Carly brings up Helena and how, you know, Helena was the only one who, like, talked to him in the beginning, like how, you know, he had that connection with Helena, and how last time Jason was known to be anywhere, it was in Victor Cassadine and Helena Cassadine's, like, weird freezy place. She said it a lot better. I was on an emergency phone call at the time. But everything's fine. So then she brings up Spinelli and how the first time Spinelli saw him, he knew, and he called him Jason. He knew. So he thinks he should be able to feel that he's Jason, and I can't fault him for that. Like, I can't, but he has to remember he's had these flashes, and maybe now that he has a tapestry to attach his quilt squares of memory to, he will be able to make a whole quilt of his life. That's beautiful. I'm so proud of myself right now. Anyway, so he is finally starting to accept it, but he doesn't know where to go from here, you know? And she tells him that he needs to call off the wedding because he's still married to Sam. So even if he doesn't call off the wedding, he's not really married. And the paramedics arrive. The end. Whew. Okay. So the text to Sam, it's Jake, and he says he's on his way. Liz is like, oh, I feel so much better now. She's going to go announce to the people at the wedding that there's going to be a slight delay, so she goes and does that. Andre, the doctor, is confident Anna will be back, and Ava and Paul are at it again, if you know what I mean, in his office, so way to be discreet, like, whatever. And Anna hears and or sees them. She's kind of peeking through the door, can't tell what her angle's at, and Sonny wants to drive by the wedding to pick Carly up. But Rick tells him they have to go right to the courthouse because they're the ones who pulled the strings for the early hearing and they can't be late to it. And Carly and Jake arrive at the wedding while Elizabeth is giving the announcement. And, oh my goodness, obviously Carly just looks like an absolute mess because she was in a car accident. But, oh my god, the way Elizabeth is looking at them, like she's, I don't know how to describe it. She's just like, I don't know. But basically, this could be the longest weekend ever, and not only because I'm going to be working the New Jersey Family Pet Expo, which is going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait. It's going to be 2 long days, but it's going to be so much fun. So if you're interested and you live in New Jersey or the tri-state area and you're interested in the New Jersey Family Pet Show, put down in the comments and I will get in touch with you. And we have coupons for like a few dollars off admission tickets, which is really fun. And you can meet me. That'd be so cool, right? But in any event, oh my goodness, Jason revealed, hashtag Jason revealed. I'm so happy right now. This was it. This was the day we were all waiting for since they said November 6th, like a month ago. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Are you happy? Like, I feel like this weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Everything's gonna be okay. Yep, everything's gonna be okay. So, I'm gonna go knit now. I will see you Monday for Boy General Hospital for the fallout. I'm so happy. I just got really happy again. I'm going supersonic, so I will see you Monday. I hope you have a great weekend, and I just hope you have the best weekend in the world.